Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mid-Century Vault. I'm Philip Mershon, your pop culture historian, and I'm here to lead you through an exploration of a candy that's as known for its experience as it is for the urban legend that hounded it. The ultimate in mouthfeel, Pop Rocks. You remember that fizzling, sizzling sensation that crackled on your tongue? It was unlike anything else before, and it captured the allegiance of kids everywhere. But just how did this candy phenomenon come to be? Well, let's break that down. The story of Pop Rocks starts in 1956 when a food chemist named William Mitchell, working for General Foods, was trying to develop an instant soft drink. Oh, and if the name William Mitchell sounds familiar to followers of this series, it's because we first met him back in episode 4 as the inventor of Tang breakfast drink. And if you haven't seen that episode, you'll definitely want to after this one. A year before Tang, Bill was trying to make a powdered beverage that when mixed with water would carbonate itself. Well, he could never sort out the instant soda idea, but what he did create was something fascinating. He essentially made a solid candy with tiny pockets of pressurized CO2. And I don't know, maybe the idea of marketing such a volcanic candy was too wild for the Father Knows Best 50s or something, but whatever the case, General Foods sat on that formula for 2 decades. Finally, the timing must have felt right, and Pop Rocks were officially introduced to the market at 15 cents a pack in 1976, and they were an instant sensation. Their very first year, General Foods sold the equivalent in today's money of $500 million. The formulation was basic and typical: sugar, lactose, corn syrup, and flavoring. But the key ingredient was that carbon dioxide gas added under high pressure and then rapidly cooled, locking the gas inside. I'm pretty sure all of us remember the surprise, the thrill, the giggle that accompanied our first experience with Pop Rocks. It was one of the coolest, funnest food experiences I've ever had. Now, you can't talk about Pop Rocks without addressing the rumor. The one about Mikey from the Life cereal commercials. The one that said that he ate Pop Rocks and drank a bottle of Coke and that his stomach exploded. Yeah, that one spread like wildfire. Flexible wildfire, because sometimes the story was told with his head exploding instead of his stomach. General Foods actually had to take out full-page ads in newspapers and send letters to school principals to debunk the myth. It was so prevalent, the company even had a hotline to answer worried parents' questions. And it was all just a crazy urban legend cooked up by some bored kids. But without an internet to do some simple fact-checking, it was the urban legend that would not die. John Gilchrist, the child actor who played Mikey, was very much unexploded, and General Foods tried to get him to do an ad for Pop Rocks to prove that he was still alive and fine, but Quaker Oats, the makers of Life cereal, threatened to pull his "he likes it, hey Mikey" ads if he involved himself in what they considered to be a negative image commercial. And considering that Mikey ad was shot in '72 and ran all the way to the mid-'80s, I can understand the Gilchrist family not wanting to lose a cash cow like that. Finally, General Foods were forced to discontinue sales of Pop Rocks in '83. Sad thing is that they had ramped up production so much during the glory days that when the sales tanked and they pulled them from the shelves, roughly 300 million pouches were crushed and buried in landfills. Can you imagine if that landfill ever flooded? When the epitaph was written, they had lost somewhere between $30 and $40 million, and all from a rumor. So are Pop Rocks still around today? Why, yes they are. 2 years after suspending sales, Pop Rocks was licensed to a Spanish company, Zeta Especial, and Zeta became the sole owner of the brand in '91. Well, that's a wrap on another of our browse through the aisles of the Mid-Century Vault. I hope you'll like the video, that you'll subscribe to the channel, which is free, and you'll leave a memory about Pop Rocks in the comment. And If you can, consider making a contribution to further my efforts by using the Buy Me a Link coffee in the description box of this video. Until next time, my pals, stay sweet and keep sizzling.